Oh, hey, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, peoples? How's it going? How is it going? Man, this is Chris Thompson, the one half of that dynamic duo that's putting on the Phoenician Classic. I'm sorry, I got a little chalk on me. I just got back from the gym. But I'm one half of that dynamic duo that's putting on the Phoenician Classic. Happening September 4th, 2021. Man, I keep messing up that date. I don't know why. Skinny Boy Vegan Games, what's going on? Glad you're checking in here, big man. Hey, I'm going to bring you on right quick. I know you got a show here coming up. If you're good with it, I'm going to bring you on. James up in Washington. If you're good with it, boss, just go ahead and set that live intro. Quick interview with you. What's going on, big man?
Hey, not much. How you doing?
Good, man. How's your prep going?
It's coming along, We're it's gonna do what it do.
Absolutely. absolutely. So how you feel so far? You about 10 days out now?
Yeah, a little less than 10 days.
Yeah, a little less, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday will be a week out. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're a polygraph in a week away.
Right?
That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've hit the stage, so
quick question, what was the difference as far as hitting the stage 1 or 2 years ago versus hitting the stage now? What has been the mindset difference for you?
So the first year I competed was 2019. And
Okay.
I competed every couple months.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
So you went ham.
So taking this break, it's just allowed me to really kind of get out of my head.
Okay.
Competing. I was like, I think in years past or back in 2019, I was so focused on the scale and all of that stuff. And I'm like, now I'm just like, okay, I know what I need to do. I'm going to do it. I'll get out there. I'll give it my all. And then, get the feedback from the judges. And if I need to adjust, I'll do it at that point. So.
Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. So it looks like you look like you're in good spirits right now. I mean, typically when people about that week, getting close to that week out, they're like, they're kind of frantic a little bit.
Well, I will say I'm hungry.
This time.
I'm hungry
okay.
all the time, but
so that hasn't changed.
No,
okay.
That has not changed.
Okay. Okay, good to know some things haven't changed.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you doing? What's your what are you doing to kind of combat those hunger pains and like trying to get over that mental edge of realizing like, okay, yeah, I'm hungry, but what are you doing?
Water.
Okay.
I'm like here at my desk and I have like my water jug right here. And
okay.
Every time I think about food, I just take a swig.
see, this is how I feel when so funny story. So my wife, her and her friend decided they're gonna go on a vegan diet here starting I think in about 10 days.
Okay.
And they're gonna switch from pescatarian to vegan here, and they're going all out. It's supposed to be like a 30-day thing. And soon as she put it on the calendar, I was like, "Oh, that's for you, huh? That's a you thing." So as soon as she put it on the calendar, our conversation came back up in my head. And I was like, "Oh, this must be a her thing," because all I got on my mind is like a steak. So I was like, yeah, I'm not ready to go through that type of pain just yet.
Right.
So your weapon of choice when you're feeling hunger pains coming on is to go ahead and take that swig of water, and just kind of like try to continue to kind of beat that mindset that way. So I'm pretty sure you're pushing everything up against what I like to call pushing it up against the wall or hanging on to that cliff. You're on the edge where you're teetering, trying to keep yourself from falling over.
Right.
what other things besides water that you've been doing to try to keep yourself from, instead of teetering over, to stay on the other side of the cliff, so you stay on the cliff instead of falling off of it?
What else am I doing? So I have I have a crazy sweet tooth.
Okay.
I love desserts. My mom was a baker, grew up in a house with pies, cakes, the whole nine. And so trying to stay away from those things is really hard.
Well, I can relate. I can relate.
So fruit has been my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so whenever, and I try to get things that aren't like really high in calories, that
Okay.
have, that will just like get the edge off.
Right. Something to take the edge off. Yeah.
Yeah, something to take the edge off. So I've been doing a lot of blueberries,
Okay.
Raspberries,
Okay.
and just trying to keep it to the berries. Some
Okay.
mango. Yeah, it's as I get closer, it's like it's harder and harder because I'm like, I want those cookies.
Right.
I miss the baked goods.
I
But yeah,
can totally
so
relate.
I have my substitutes that I put in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So have you tried this little trademark secret here? I don't know if you tried it yet. Something that I did way back when I was competing many moons ago, when me and Jesus was on stage with robes on. Something I would do. My fruit of choice to go to was pineapples, but I see that you're doing blueberries. What I would do is I would freeze my pineapples. I freeze whatever serving I would have. I would freeze it and then kind of eat it like it was a snack. Well, eat frozen pineapples as a snack. So it gave me a little bit of that crunch, a little bit like it lasts a little bit longer because it's frozen. So give that a shot with your blueberries and raspberries, man. That might come in handy.
Right. Yeah, another thing I'm trying not to do is I've noticed that I'm sleeping less.
You should be sleeping more. What's going on?
I should, but I don't know what it is. Like, I just wake up and I'm like, okay, I need to go to the gym and like get some cardio in. So I'm trying to like get out of that space of like overdoing it. I was really trying to focus on not peaking too early.
Right.
So yeah, I'm like, I think I'm in a good spot right now, and I'm just gonna give it my all this last week or so.
Awesome. Well, brother, I'm gonna let you get going. I know you're at work, and I know you got some things you need to handle. I just wanted to pop in and just do a quick check-in on you, see how everything was going, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here in about 8 days.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. All right, I'll see you soon, my man.
All right.
Later. Let's do another check-in. Here. Let's see here. Let's do one more. Let's do another check-in here. Caden, I'm coming at you, boss. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna try to catch you before you get into the gym. I just sent you a request, my man. Man, Cage Cap, sports performance coach. He's out of Texas. I'm gonna see if I can get him on here before he goes into the gym. There's my man.
Hey, what's up, man?
Good, man. How you
I'm actually
doing?
driving. I'm about to be parking at the gym. Yeah, I'm doing great, man.
I remember you told me this is the time of the day where you actually go to where you're on your way to the gym. So
exactly.
Yeah, I just wanted to pop in. Just wanted to pop you in here real quick, just to get a quick check in to see how see how you're progressing inside of your prep.
For sure, man. I mean, in all honesty, like I went on vacation probably about a week ago, and that completely derailed everything. I was told go easy, and I did not. So I literally gained about 12 pounds. A lot of it being water weight, but I gained about 12 pounds. But after all that residual water weight and everything has been lost, I was up about 2 pounds of fat. So I was like, you know what? Not the end of the world. It's just 1 week back. But everything's going well, man. I mean, we're way ahead of schedule overall, and I'm still in a fairly happy state for contest prep. And so I'm not really in any discomfort. I know it's coming, but it's like I'm not in any discomfort right now. But yeah, everything's going well, man. I'm getting super hyped up because a lot of my clients are starting to jump into shows. And so it's like
Sweet.
anytime that you're around that environment, you're just like, dude, this is where I want to be. And like, it reminds you of where you're going. So like, I've got a client that in 2 weeks, like he's actually doing a double peak week because he's so far ahead. And so
Oh
like,
my
I'm getting
God.
those peak week tingles, you know, like where you're just like, dude, it's peak week. Let's go. You know,
Yeah.
I'm getting that already. So, and I know my peak week is like 12 weeks out, but still it's like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
contagious. That's the cool thing
Yeah.
about it. But for sure, man.
That's what's up. So quick question for you. That I think that's it's going to help a lot of other people that whether they're
Mhm.
prepping for a show or not. Like you went on vacation. You said you got derailed. What was your mindset hack? I should say that got you back in the loop to get to kind of like pick up right where you left off at and have some perspective so that way you can just kind of pick things back up and keep it going.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm pretty brute force with it, honestly, because it's just like it happened. And so I kind of have two options. I can throw myself a little pity party and try to restart, if you will, or I
Mm-hmm.
can just continue with doing what I know is going to work. And so it's kind of like, okay, it happened, whether I like it or not. I just stick back to the plan, and that's going to bring me back to my consistent rate of progression. You know, it's like you don't have to get anything. You don't have to get cute with anything. The only time you really have to get cute with it is if, like, say you're 1 week out and you absolutely like binge eat 10,000 calories, and you're like, okay, shoot, now we kind of have to do something about it. But
Right.
like for a normal person that's just like losing weight, it's like you you don't necessarily have like there's no horrible repercussions. Just get back onto that consistent line. So that's basically what I did. Since I'm so far out from competition, I was just like, okay, let's get back on it. And I mean, does it suck? Yes, but it's just like get back on it, and that's what's going to make you feel good. Because, in all honesty, since I went on vacation, like I went and I ate out a whole lot. I felt like
Uh-huh.
absolute garbage just based upon the food that I was putting in my body, and so I was excited to get back on track. So I mean, I guess that I don't know if that's different from anyone else, but like whenever for me specifically, whenever I eat on plan, then I feel so much better. Like I'm ready to. Um, Go into my workouts every single day. But if I'm off plan, I'm like, I'm dragging. I'm dragging so much. But uh, that's just me, man. I like everybody talks about they're like, oh, I want to go out and get a burger and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, afterwards, which it sometimes that's not a bad idea, but still, it's like, anyways, you know what I mean. But
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it, my man.
for sure,
Well, I just
heck yeah,
wanted to check in with you right quick, bro. I know you getting ready to head into the gym and do your thing. And
oh yeah,
man, looking forward to seeing you here real soon. So get after it, brother, and do your thing.
for sure. I was gonna ask you which show you're gonna be at next. Are you gonna be at any of the Inbf ones
Let's
very
see
soon
here.
or W?
Let's see. Yeah. Actually, I will be the first show. I'll be in Seattle, Washington next week at the
Okay,
Columbia Classic, and then I'll be at the SoCal Uproar July 17th
okay,
in San Diego, and then I'll be August 21st. I'll be at the National Central Valley Championship in Fresno. So
okay,
I'm
cool.
on the fence about whether or not I'm going to come to Dallas on the 28th
You
of
should.
August. Yeah, I'm on the fence about it because it's a week before the Phoenician Classic, so it just
Yeah,
depends on how much stuff I got left to like as far as
right.
promoting duties to take care
I
of.
got you.
If I don't have anything on the table, yeah, I'll take an emergency flight just so I can be there for that inaugural show, though.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, I'm biased towards Dallas. Obviously, I've lived here my entire life. It's a great
Absolutely.
city. But
No,
yeah, man. I mean,
so
that'd be awesome.
so so funny because yesterday I was talking to a really good family friend of mine, and
Mhm.
he lives in Dallas, and I was telling him, he was asking about the shows are going and stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, it's a brand new show in Dallas. It's the week before the Phoenician Classic. He was like, so
Mhm.
like you're gonna come out to the Dallas, hang out with me, and then I'm gonna come to Phoenix and hang out with you to help you with your show, right?
That's how it works, right? That's business in general. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. That's pretty much what it was.
Dude, I think the Dallas show
So,
is actually going to do so well just because of the culture that is around here with bodybuilding specifically. Like, I was kind of surprised because last year I had prepped for 3 separate shows, and not a single one of them
mhm.
was like around. The closest one was Oklahoma, specifically
Oh
Tulsa,
wow.
Oklahoma, and I was like, that's kind of a weird place for it to be. Like, because I know that there's a culture down here. I mean, there's culture everywhere, but like, there's a lot
Right.
of people that are into bodybuilding down here. So I think that show is going to do incredibly well. I'm hoping it does. Because I mean, it's been a while since the
I think it's
WNBF
gonna
has
be a
been in
really great
Dallas.
show. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
But
gonna be a really great show because it's in Dallas. Yeah. I
yeah, for
totally
sure.
agree.
I'm excited for it because like I already have my entire family lives here, and I've probably got about 30 people that are asking to show up right now.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna get a little bit of peer pressure out in the audience. So that'll help out a little bit. But
No,
yeah,
that's a
man.
good thing, man. That's a good thing when you have that type of support system. Like,
Oh yeah.
because it's crazy. Because like a lot of times, like when you're going to shows and stuff, like sometimes there's somebody that comes to the show and they're and they're there and it's just them, without that support system. So a lot of times, man, I'm happy to see when when families come and support somebody who's getting ready for a show, because pretty much when you're getting ready for the show, the family is getting ready for a show.
My mom kicks me out of the house about 3 weeks prior to competition usually because she's like,
Okay.
I just can't. She's like, just go away. I don't care where you go. Just go away.
Like I said, the family's getting ready for a show when you're getting ready for a show.
I literally hop on the phone like with a competitor, and I'm like, anybody that's living with you right now, get them on the phone now. I'm going to teach them how to be supportive of you, but also how to survive you as well, because like it's a perpetual state of hangriness that you're stuck in, and it's like their solution is like offering you food, which just makes it even worse. And it's like, no, because
Right.
I mean, it's your mom. Your mom. I mean, that's what your mom's supposed to do. Like, she's supposed to basically fatten you up.
Yeah.
That's what she does whenever you're a kid, right? And then she's saying you drop all that weight. And my mom's like, the whole time I was going through prep, she's like, oh, well, why don't you just eat this? You don't understand, okay? But I mean, it's something that only competitors have. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, it's just a part of our culture. Part of our culture to where you're feeling bad. Here, have something to eat.
Yeah, it's a problem that only because in that state you kind of want to complain almost. But if you complain to a normal person, you realize that they don't understand because they haven't been through a challenge like that before. And I mean, it's
Right.
not egotistical in any way, shape, or form. It's just like there's no way that they can understand that, because it's not just a diet. It's like it follows you around everywhere, and you can't escape from it, which is part of the cool thing about prep, because you challenge yourself and you discover more about yourself for that, or like during that, right? But at the same time, the only people you can complain to are other competitors. And so like I've been talking to a lot of people that are on competition prep. I'm like, listen, if you just need like a 30-minute vent session, call me up, because I'm somebody that's going to understand, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I understand, that really sucks, but the reward is going to be so much greater, because I mean, sometimes we just need that, where we just have to let everything out and just get out of our own head and get all of our thoughts out of our head to somebody that actually understands what's going on. So I mean, I try to do that for my clients, but also the coach-athlete relationship, that you kind of want to impress your coach. So I know that they don't do that. I'm like, please find somebody that's competed before that you can just flat out vent to at times and just pour out this horrible sob story borderline, but yeah, I make prep sound like it's absolutely awful, but it's not.
It's not that bad when you're going through it. It just feels like hell when you're going through it. In actuality, like you said, it's just getting out of your own head. So talking to somebody that's been through it before, man, that helps immensely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I always tell people, like, whenever I'm warning them about all the prep signs, I'm like, I'm probably going to make this seem a lot worse than it actually is. But if your expectation is that it's really going to suck and then it only kind of sucks, then you're happy, overall you're happy. But like during my first prep, I was like 6 weeks out and I hit the wall, and I was like, this is the worst it's ever going to get. And then it just kept dropping, getting worse and worse from that, just because my expectations weren't set properly. Right. And so if you set your expectation, you're okay with this perpetual state of being relatively hungry, like a baseline kind of hungriness, and being able to overcome that, then it's like that's going to help you out significantly more, versus if you think that your entire prep is going to be comfortable. Like, I don't know if anybody goes into prep thinking they're going to be like, oh, this is going to be easy. It's just going to be a casual thing I'm going to do this weekend. No.
No.
Exactly. But I mean, it's also something like I tell everybody, I'm like, if you've considered competing at any point, do it. You have to. I mean, if you absolutely hate it, great. Leave it after that. But like, do it once. Just go through an entire prep. And I'll tell you, for my experience, I got hooked. I mean, I get hooked to things pretty easily, but like for competition prep, the whole like competing up on stage, I got hooked to that. Most of my competitors get hooked. It's like all of that, because whenever you step up on stage, I think we said this last time, whenever you step up on stage, you're not showing off like, oh, look how great I am. You're not showing that off. You're showing off 12, 20, 30 weeks
Right.
of your life all summed up into one point right there, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the cool part about it, is because you're not glorifying yourself, you're glorifying the journey.
Yep.
And you're also like, there's purpose behind it, right? So that's the difference, because everybody's there, like, they hear you're a physique competitor and they're like, oh, you're a physique competitor, you must think you're all that, don't you? And it's like, no, I don't really think that, you know?
Right.
I walk into the gym and I feel like garbage half the time. It's like all my lifts are down 30%, you know, and everybody's like, who's that skinny freak? Like last prep, I went out to the pool and like all the guys are like, oh, you must have all the ladies over. No, because you look like a freaking alien. They're like,
the most
what's about to burst out of this human?
No, I don't.
Exactly. It's like, you know, there is a state of prep where you're like, okay, I look pretty good for social standing and stuff like that. I look pretty solid. And then you just fly by that point, and then you just look like a flat little freak, basically.
Yeah.
That's again, if you do this for vanity, it's like you're not going to make it through it. That's
no, you're
the thing.
not.
So.
Yeah, it's what it's what one of my coaches once told me. Like, there's a gym body, and then there's a stage body. A gym body will not look good on the stage.
Nope. Under those bright lights, you see everything. You see absolutely everything. You see that one little ounce of water that's just sitting right under that serratus interior, and the judge is like, yep, 10 points off right there. You know, that's not okay.
Yeah. You see everything when them lights hit you, man. So.
Yeah,
you just.
But
you
that's the great
thing.
Amen, man, for sure.
All right, brother. I'm gonna let you get after it, man. It was good to hit this check in. I'm glad you gave me gave out some great gems, man. So I really appreciate it. Every time I talk to you, it's a wealth of information. So thanks again.
Likewise, man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, brother. Have a good live.
All right. You too. Very well. You enjoy whatever.
Later. Let's see. Let me see if I can get one more. E-Fig Fit. If you're still in here, I want to try to bring you on. I never interviewed you before, so I want to get you on. Let me see. I want to actually get to meet you face to face over IG Live if you're available. E-Fig Fit. Yeah, I'm using like your IG handle name. Oh, there she go. How you doing, hon?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Now, I know we officially have never met each other in person ever before in life. I don't think so, right? Cool.
No.
This is perfect. This is like an improv interview. This is going to be
I know,
awesome.
and I'm just like, I'm sitting here just waiting at a dealership for something to do with my car, and it's like, okay, let me just like check social media right now.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me just start from scratch. Like, man, tell me how you got into like how did you get into competing in the figure? How did you get into like this? How did you get into this world of bodybuilding?
Well, long story, but I use it as part of a weight loss journey.
Okay.
So, like in between 1998 and probably 2003, I was like 190 pounds.
Okay.
And I just wanted to get better, be healthy. I was eating bad and doing all of that stuff. And then I started training. I got a trainer, started working out. And I think it was within a year, the trainer goes, I think you should compete. And it's like, no, I don't think so. And I always said I didn't think so because, you know, I had 3 babies, C-section, loose, you know, like abs and stuff like that. And it's like, no, you should do it. So in 2009, and now I'm going to date myself and everyone's going to know my age, but I decided at the age of 40, I was going to step on stage, 2009, so you can do the calculation.
Okay.
So stepped on stage, first time, and when I say first time of everything, hey, Touch, hi, he says hello.
No doubt. Yeah, give him a shout out.
I basically, you know, I never wore a bikini, ever.
Oh my God.
So this was
all
really
brand
tough.
new.
So it was so hard for me. I never wore heels past 2 inches.
Oh my
So, and
God.
I had to wear 5 inch there. And just walking on stage and
Uh-huh.
seeing these 500 eyes looking at me
Yeah.
was really scary. And I was like, I'm sure my posing wasn't good, but I could hear my coach in the audience. After prejudging, came backstage. She came back. She's like, "You did great." I was like, "Didn't you see my legs shaking?" And she's like, "No." And she goes, "You made first call outs." And I was like, "What does that mean?" Right? I was like, if
Ignorance is
anyone asked
blessed.
me
I love
how
it.
that show went, if anyone asked me, I would say, I have no idea. So, and I said, first call outs, what does that mean? She goes, "You made the top five." And I was like, "Really?" Like, I was like in shock.
Uh,
I actually placed fifth. First time
beautiful.
out, placed
Wow.
fifth.
Beautiful.
And, the coach said, "Take a break for a week, come and see me." After a week, I come and see her, and she's like, "So do you want to do this again?" I went, "Oh, hell no. No, no, no." I was like, I'm glad I accomplished everything,
uh,
but that was the scariest thing in my entire life. So literally, from 2009 on, all I did was like work out,
uh,
do my thing, work out. Fast forward to 2016, I've been asked, and fast forward to 2016, I get asked again.
mhm.
I was like, "No, I don't. No, you got to do it. You got to do it." And I was like, "Okay, let me try and do this again." So 2016, I thought I looked much better than
Mhm.
2009, and I didn't place. And then hey, Lauren, hey guy, and then so I didn't place.
uh,
So the coach goes, "No, you have to continue. Like, you look great." So in 2017, I actually started the OCB
okay.
in 2017. So I did a show in April. I placed second and third in my categories in Masters and Open.
Hmm.
And then by November, I got my my pro card in the Masters category. And it just kept going. And I kept doing it. And one time I see Lawrence on here. He was actually my nutrition coach.
Okay.
What prep was that? I think it was 2018 was
Shout
my
out to
nutrition
Lawrence
coach.
with the nutrition.
Yeah, yeah. So that was 2018 and kept going. 2019, August, I turned 50.
Mhm.
That week, that on my
Hush
birthday.
up. I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to interrupt you. That caught me off guard because I've been doing the numbers in my head. I was like, she's got to be maybe my age, like mid 40s, I'm thinking. Oh,
So
okay, go on.
August 10th, 2019, I went to North Carolina
Mhm.
and did an OCB show and in the open. So it was the open because I was like, I want to get my pro card in the open.
Okay.
So I'm someone who totally likes competition. And, usually if you're in the open with my age, the girls are 20 years younger than me.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can distinctly remember in the open, like on my birthday, I was eating tilapia and asparagus. And I was like, I'm 50. I should be in Vegas. I should be eating cake. I should be popping out of a cake. Like, what am I doing here?
Right.
So it's like, no, this is a goal. You need to go in there. So there I am, and then it's funny. That day I was like totally, totally calm. Everything was cool. And literally go through the whole thing. And I placed first. I got my pro card. I heard my number and I got on stage. And if you look through my feed, I lost it. Like, I bawled, I cried. I was like, is this really happening?
Oh
The
my God.
promoter came up and she's like, "Do you know how old she is? She turned 50 yesterday," because it was the day after my birthday.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, "Are you kidding me?" So, yeah. And so it just now continues. So now I kind of like, I'm on the pro circuit and I've done other natural federations. I've
Hmm.
done GBO, I've done OCB, MPF, that's the Natural Physique Federation.
Okay.
I've done IPE as well.
Okay. So you're
So,
in the Midwest then.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm in the Chicago area. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome
Mhm.
because the federations you were naming, they're all in the Midwest. I was like, she's got to be in
Yeah,
the
except
Midwest.
GBO. GBO's in Texas.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So my next show is actually in 3.5 weeks.
Nice. Which show is that
Yeah.
one?
It's the OCB Midwest states.
Midwest states. Okay, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm thoroughly impressed because like I just want to quickly say, like, if you're over 40 and you think you're too old to do this, I got an example for you right here. All right, it's never too late and you're never too old.
Never.
So
I tell people it's never too late. You can change your body at any time. You just have to go.
man, absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Like, I'm serious.
No
Thank you for
problem.
sharing because it caught me off guard. Like, I thought you was in your mid 40s. You know, caught to
Mm-hmm.
man, beautiful, beautiful. So 3 weeks out from your show, you got some experience underneath your belt. What's your what type of things are you got, like what type of things I should say, what type of things are you doing to kind of like keep things to keep your mind and keep your body and, you know, keep the activity all in alignment, pushing in the same direction? Because at 3 weeks out, it becomes more about mindset more than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, so what's
I
like one of
tell
your
people,
favorite things that you like to do or that you like to utilize to do so that way you maintain and that way you keep everything in check?
well, for me, I go into robot mode. That's what I tell people. I usually tell people that if anyone happened to watch me for 2 days, I could get kidnapped because I'm serious. Because I am so routine. Like if I
Okay.
gotta go to the gym, I gotta do the fasted, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to the gym again. I am very routine. And I think that's the same thing. Like really, you need to totally be in the zone, tunnel vision, right to the end. Like you can't have any distractions because it's anyone, you know, even me as a trainer or a coach would say like, you have distractions, you now are releasing cortisol with distress, which you start holding water. You don't want to do that. So it just left that
Yeah,
beast.
deadlifting beast.
So you don't want to do that. So you need to have pure tunnel vision. That's one. Number two, I always say, usually when I'm near the end, and it's usually in the 4 to 6 week range, I play the Hunger Games. That's what I
Okay.
call it.
Okay. So what's the Hunger Games?
You need to be cool with that. You need to be cool, understanding your stomach is going to growl.
Okay.
Your stomach's going to growl overnight. So how do I stop my stomach from growling overnight? I sleep on my stomach. Usually I wake up and I'm on my stomach. So that usually is what happens. But you
Okay.
need to be prepared to be hungry. That's just it. And it's, you know, you kind of just think it's 3 weeks left, you're cool, you can get that cookie after, right? So, you know, my kids always know when I'm on prep because the cookie jar is full. Yeah, because it would be mine. So, yeah, tunnel vision.
Awesome. That's the first time I've heard that. The cookie jar
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
full.
It was yesterday. My son goes, Mom, I know you're preparing for a show because the cookie jar is full. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely love it. Well, love, I want to wish you well in 3 weeks. Get on stage, kick some more butt, show these young women that you can compete with them.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate
And you
it.
better have a Figure Pro show. I don't know when you're going to have a Figure
Yeah,
Pro
next
show. I
year,
know you're doing
well,
this hint, hint, nudge,
well,
nudge stuff, but
next year, I gotta have a little conversation, gotta have a little conversation, and because what we're thinking about doing here, me and my wife, we would love to add Figure Pro to the mix,
mhm.
but the thing of it is this year what we want to do is just see how well we do with pro bikini and pro men's physique
Okay.
before we add that
Those ones are always
extra
lots
element.
of
Yeah,
competitors. Pro physique, pro bikini, you'll get lots of competitors there
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it just matters. Just we want to make sure that
Okay. I'm patient.
it's kind of like that stepping stone. We want to make sure that we run this smoothly for the pros. This is our inaugural pro event here.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we kind of like work all the kinks out, and then once we work all those kinks out, boom, we're off to the races.
No, I'm not doing the Jay Cutler show in August. No. There is one going to be done in August. I'm not going to say anything yet. It's not Jay Cutler.
As of right now, touch man, she said she's gonna wait and see. All right, well, thanks again, love. So be on the lookout for us. Yeah, definitely will. More than likely, we will add Pro Figure next year. I can almost guarantee that. So,
Okay.
all right, love.
All right.
Have a good contest prep. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks. You too.
There you have it. Got a chance to talk with the OCB Pro. Like, man, just to put it out there, like, doesn't matter to me what organization you're with. Like, if you're a natural pro and you've competed on, and you're a natural pro and you're competing on the natural circuit, I don't care. Like, I want to chat with you. All right, I want to chat with you because you have something. You have something that somebody else is looking for. All right, you have something that somebody else is looking for, and they're looking for that ability to learn what you did to become a pro, to learn what you did to learn what you did um, to actually advance your body and your mindset and your nutrition to a level in which it allows you to be made to get that pro status. All right. So I'm so happy that Efig Fit came on here and gave us her insight of how she started. And check this out. She started late in life. All right. She wasn't a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old. She started in her 40s and got her pro card in her 50s when she turned 50. All right. So this can be done. Beautiful story. Absolutely beautiful story. I couldn't ask for more. So I want to thank her again for coming on and really, man, and really just giving us her point of view of how she first started out. For her starting out, it was like she didn't like it. And then it took her some time to like start training in the gym, and before she started to like it again, and then decided to step on stage. So it's always a different avenue for different people when they decide to get into this thing called bodybuilding. So I really appreciate when you come on and like just give me your story, man. I love it to death. Man, real quick, just a quick update about the Phoenician Classic. Got contract signed, everything's ready to go. Ticketing, I'm hoping to have my ticket link by Friday. I should have a link for ticketing, so that way, if you plan on competing in the Phoenician Classic, you can go onto the ticketing link and then you can see the ticketing. And like I said, all the seating is assigned seating. So if you want your family to sit together, you're gonna have to buy your tickets in a bulk package, so to speak. So that way, everyone is sitting together, and it's pretty much first come, first serve. So if you want an up close seat close to the stage, there's no VIP section. There's all the seating is one seating, so to speak. So, like I said, and it's assigned seating. So if you want your family to sit together, man, you're gonna have to get those tickets all together. All right. Other than that, everything else is locked, ready to roll. As competitors are signing up, competitors that have already signed up, you will start receiving emails when we hit about 12 weeks out. Right now, we're officially 13 weeks in the polygraph away from the Phoenician Classic. So you'll start receiving emails here at 12 weeks out from me, telling you exactly what we need from you and exactly what you can expect from us moving forward at the 12-week mark for any competitor that signed up with the Phoenician Classic. Now, if you're not a competitor and you still want to get updates, man, by all means, just go to PhoenicianClassic.com and you will just hit the newsletter and you'll get an email once a week up until the point of when the show is, and then I kind of like stop emailing you at that point because I want to give you your inbox a break. All right. I want to give your inbox a break. So if you want, if you need more details about the Phoenician Classic, please go to PhoenicianClassic.com and hit the newsletter link, and we'll be more than happy to shoot out a newsletter to you once a week to let you know exactly what's going on with the Phoenician Classic. All right. Man, other than that, that's all I got for you. Maybe I'm glad that we had the three athletes. We had 3 athletes today to pop in for quick interviews. So glad they popped in for the quick interviews. And maybe this Saturday I'll have a few more athletes because I definitely love talking to the athletes and definitely love getting you guys' perspective as you contest prep and get ready for shows. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Get out there, produce a powerful, productive day, and I'll talk to you soon. Be easy, y'all.